Hey guys, and welcome to French 3 and 4, Module 2. Alright, so the module is the same for French 3 and 4 because we are just reviewing. So we will have different modules sometimes as we go down the line, but for French 3 and 4, it's the same this week. Alright, so let's get started. We're on Module 2, and it's mostly a review of French 1. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is the indefinite articles, which are a and an in English. And those are un, une, and des, masculine, feminine, and plural. Now, if you'd like, write a sentence in the right-hand box that uses un, une, and des. Since this is French 3 and 4, we are not going to write that together, but it might be helpful for you to have an example sentence of your own. Next up, we have the. The has there are four ways to say the, and those are le, la, le, and les. After that, we've got at to, which you may remember that the word for at and to is a. There's one word in French for two words in English. A contracts with all the ways to say the. Okay, so if you want to say at the park or at the library, at and the contract in French. And here are the ways that they contract. A plus le is o, a plus la is à la, a plus le is à le, and a plus les is o. Next up we have of or from, and that word in French is de. De contracts with the ways to say the as well. And those contractions are du, de la, de le, and des. If you need to, pause this video. I know I go fast, but if you need to pause it and write something down, feel free to do that. Next up are the possessive adjectives, which show possession of nouns. And in English, those are my, your, his, her, our, y'all's, your, and their. In French, there are lots of ways to say all of these things, okay? And they match the gender and the number of the noun, okay? So they can be masculine, feminine, or plural. And those are mon mamé, ton tâté, son sacé, notre nos, votre vos, leur, leur. Now you may notice that I only said one notre for our, one votre for y'all's or your, and one leur for their. And that's because the masculine and the feminine are the same word, okay? Now there's something that you want to remember when you're doing possessive adjectives, and that's that they have to agree with the noun. So if you haven't listened to the possessive adjectives song on our website on bonjour.letsayhello.net, go ahead and listen to the possessive song, because in the song they say, when you possess, I suggest you agree with the noun. Okay, in English we agree with the possessor, her apple. But in French, we agree with a possession, sa pomme, okay? Next up, we have the words for which and what. These are all said the exact same way, quel, okay? But they're four different spellings because they're masculine singular, masculine plural, feminine singular, and feminine plural. These agree too, just like the possessive adjectives, okay? So you must have agreement with whatever it follows quel. Next up we have all, which is a lot like quel in that it has four forms, tutu, tout, and tout. Okay, did you notice there are only two pronunciations for those four words? Those four words have to match the noun that follows them as well. Okay, so if you have all of the boys, you have tous les garçons. If you have all of the girls, you have toutes les filles. Okay, so everything on this page has agreement. That's why you're seeing it all at once, okay? For you, it's old news because you did it in French 2 or 3, but it really helps just to summarize it on one page like this so you can see all of the patterns at once. All right, let's go to ER verb endings. You may remember that there are irregular verbs and then regular verbs. The regular verbs are ER, RE, and IR, and they all have regular sets of endings. So ER verb endings are EESE, ONS, EZ, ENT. Next up, let's conjugate an ER verb. The verb aimer, to like or to love. J'aime, tu aimes, il, elle, on aime, nous aimons, vous aimez, Ils, elles aiment. And you'll notice on the right-hand column, all of the final S's have liaison between the S and the first vowel, okay? That means the S sounds like Z, like zebra. Next up, let's do our IR verb endings. Those are ISISIT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT. And a regular IR verb is finir, to finish. Let's conjugate that one. Je finis, tu finis, ils, elles ont fini, nous finissons, vous finissez, ils, elles finissent. All right, so did you remember that the final ENT on the ILS, ELLES form is silent? Okay, so the last one on this verb is finis. We don't say the ENT. Next up, let's do our RE verb endings. Those are SS nothing, ONS easy, ENT, and the ENT is silent. Okay, one regular RE verb is attendre, to wait. J'attends, tu attends, il, elle, on attend. Nous attendons, vous attendez, ils, elles attendent. Next up, we have past participles. Now, what is a past participle? It's a form of the verb that is used with past tenses. Okay, so in this sentence, je suis allé, aller is the past participle. Okay, it's just a little bitty bit of a verb. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to fill in past participles for all of the verbs below. And these are verbs that you know, and the past participles should look familiar. Now, on this week, you definitely need to memorize everything in this chart if you haven't already. All right, so the past participle of être is été. The past participle of aller, to go, is aller, with an optional E and an optional S for agreement, okay? Être does not have agreement because it's conjugated with avoir. Aller has agreement because it's conjugated with être. Venir, its past participle is venu with agreement, optional E and optional S. The next verb is faire, and its past participle is fait. The next one is avoir, and its past participle is eu. And remember that EU is like you're making ou, but you're saying e. The next one is aimer, and its past participle is aimer. The next one is finir, and its past participle is fini. And the last verb on this page is attendre, and its past participle is attendu. Next up, we have our sentence starts. So you may have trouble getting started with speaking French. We're going to memorize these so that you can start talking and think of the rest of the sentence as you speak, just like you do in English. Sometimes it's good just to get the ball rolling. All right, so here are your sentence starts. Il y a, which means there is. Il y a, the same phrase, which means there are. Je pense que, I think that. Je crois que, I believe that. Qui est-ce que, who. Now you'll notice that the est-ce que part is in parentheses. That's because it's optional, okay? Est-ce que stands in for the word is or the word do, but mostly it just makes something into a question, okay? So we're going to put est-ce que in parentheses for all of the rest of them except this one, qu'est-ce que, which all of that, the whole phrase means what. Où est-ce que, where. Pourquoi est-ce que, why. Comment est-ce que, how. Quand est-ce que, when. Avec qui est-ce que? With who? Combien de? How many? All right, so there your sentence starts. Next up, we have connectors, which are the words that go in between small sentences to connect them for a larger sentence, okay? You just want to memorize these so that you have them at your disposal for making longer sentences. But is mais. Il est beau, mais elle est moche. He is beautiful, but she is ugly. Or, ou. Le matin, elle aime manger les céréales ou du café. In the morning, she likes eating cereal or coffee. I don't know why I put that. It should be drink coffee, but you get the idea. And et. Il aime cette fille et aussi cette fille-là. He loves this girl and also that girl there. And there should be a little accent grave over that final et on la. With, avec. Elle est avec ses parents ce weekend. She is with her parents this weekend. For making a sentence negative, this is just a reminder, it's ne verb pas, okay? Il n'aime pas cette fille. He doesn't like that girl. Because, parce que. Elle est triste parce qu'il n'aime pas les bananes. She is sad because he doesn't like bananas. Who knows? Maybe, peut-être. Peut-être il va à l'école ce matin. Maybe he will go to school this morning. If, si. S'il va à l'école, elle va être contente. If he goes to school, she will be happy. There, I. Now you remember this one comes in the middle of sentences, okay? Right after the subject. And it means there. J'y vais. I go there. Some of. En. J'en veux. I want some. So do you notice that I and en both come after the subject before the verb? They're kind of similar. Someone. Quelqu'un. Quelqu'un en veut? Does someone want some? Quelqu'un veut quelque chose dans le couloir. Someone wants something in the hallway. Nothing. Rien. Rien n'est bon. No one. Personne. Personne est content. Nobody is happy. Oh, sorry. Rien n'est bon means nothing is good. To be in the middle of doing something. Être en train de. Je suis en train de faire mes devoirs. So there you conjugate être. I am in the middle of doing my homework. That. Que. Je pense que tu es moche. I think you are ugly. All right, so there you have it. This week, if you don't know them already, you're going to memorize your connectors. Next up, we're just going to make sure that you remember your infinitives, okay? These are usually from French 1. Être, to be. Aller, to go. Venir, to come. Faire, to do or to make. Avoir, to have. Aimer, to like or to love. Manger, to eat. Finir, to finish. Attendre, to wait. All right, so let's conjugate these verbs. And here they are. Être, to be. Je suis, tu es, il, elle, on est. Nous sommes, vous êtes, ils, elles sont. Aller, to go. Je vais, tu vas, il, elle, on va. Nous allons, vous allez, ils, elles vont. Venir, to come. Je viens, tu viens, il, elle, on vient. Nous venons, vous venez, ils, elles viennent. Avoir, to have. J'ai, tu as, il, elle, on a. Nous avons, vous avez, ils, elles ont. Faire, to make, or to do. Je fais, tu fais, ils, elles ont fait. Nous faisons, vous faites, ils, elles font. All right, guys, so that is the end of French 3 and 4, Module 2.